Hello, Virgos. I have a really high energy right now for you guys. I want to center myself more. So anyway, I know that the last video was absolute shit and I tried my best. The energy was kind of freaky and I am so sorry for that. Thank you guys for letting me know about the video and letting me know what's up. I did pre-shuffle these cards. But thank you for letting me know and being so patient with me. So I decided to do yours first. Your mid-month. I love you guys. You guys are my best friends in the entire universe are Virgos. My Virgo is in Venus, actually. So I feel you guys on such a big level. I do love you guys so much. And I apologize for that from the bottom of my heart. I know you guys are super understanding and everything, but, you know. So let's get into the reading. This won't resonate with everybody. You know, check your moon or rising, unless it's all in Virgo, like some of my friends. True Virgos. As Virgo as it gets. And, but if you do have a different moon or rising, go ahead and check those. Feel free. But yeah, so also I do personal readings. I'm learning a lot through it. My prices are pretty low. If you want to try a reading, you can go ahead and check that in the link below on my website under shop. Also, if you like these videos, if you resonate with me, if you're feeling me, if you feel like we have a connection that you can trust me with, hit the like and subscribe button. If not, then that's fine. There are plenty of other readers, on YouTube that are just fantastic. So go check them out. I would kind of recommend some people, but I think you're meant to find whoever you're meant to find. Like I said, this is a general reading. This isn't a love reading, but love might show up. That'll come out if it's meant to. And yeah, so let's go ahead and get into mid-month. Mid-month of November 2018. There you are. I believe that's you. Now, mind you, gender doesn't apply with kings, queens, priestesses, and priests, or whatever. Gender doesn't apply. It's just the general energy of the person. So what I'm seeing so far is we have the Seven of Swords, we have the Eight of Cups, and we have the High Priestess. So what I'm getting right off the bat is some of you have been moving away from a deception of some sort. Maybe someone who deceived you, or maybe you were deceiving yourself. I don't know. But with the Eight of Cups, I feel like you've kind of gone into yourself and tried to figure out what the heck is going on with you so that you can kind of transcend this energy, transcend this idea of what it looks like to sort of like kind of transcending the deceptions of your life, like maybe how you should be treated, how you should be seen, boundaries, you know, really coming to, because then we have the High Priestess, okay? And that is a person who is very wise. She can be secretive, but I don't feel like that applies in this reading. What I'm feeling is this is a higher self. This is a higher way of being, a higher vibration. It's a person that is taking that deception, taking that time to go inside and really becoming who they are meant to be in the highest way possible, the greatest version of themselves. Notice how she's holding, I think that's a pomegranate. Yeah. See, the pomegranate, but it looks so much like a heart. And I think that's what it's supposed to be, as well as just, you know, you guys are Virgo. You manifest shit like that. I don't know, like fucking, whatever. Like, it just happens all the time with you guys. And it's such a beautiful thing to watch. Also, like, I also see anxiety, like, you're kind of like, because I know Virgo sun, moon, rising, true Virgos, they really, of course, kind of get anxious about shit that isn't happening yet. Or things that have happened already, and they kind of, I wouldn't say so much get in their heads about it. It's like an equal head and heart kind of thing. They love to take care of other people, but it's really time for you guys to take care of yourselves. Okay. Yeah. So this is clarifying the Seven of Swords. So maybe you thought there was a situation where it was like home and hearth, it was comfortable, it was beautiful, and there's a deception in that. Maybe this means you're comfortably stuck. Maybe this means that you're just kind of like deceiving yourself into thinking this situation is okay, everything's great for the most part, or whatever. But yeah. Oh, now you guys are kind of seeing the masks that people put on. Authenticity is hard to find. And it's hard to find within ourselves. I feel like with the Seven of Cups, it's an encouragement to take a second look at the people you kind of invest yourself in, who are nearby, who influence your life in a way that can be deceitful, that deceitfully pleasant, so to speak. It's like a present that's like, a polished piece of shit. Like, it's just like, it feels comfortable, it feels normal, and no one likes change, but there is literally 2 deception cards in this first line. And maybe you're already realizing it. Maybe you've already realized it. Maybe you're working through it with how this happened. You're just kind of upset that, masks were worn and people were deceptive and they weren't honest with you. And now you're kind of having to come to terms with that they're not the people that you thought that they were. You could be dealing with a fire sign, or they have lots of fire in their chart. But this is Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. We have the Queen of Pentacles. We also have the 8 of Wands. You could be taking hold of this energy. I really feel like you're holding this energy close to you, because it's a person, like I said, don't get caught up in gender. It's a person that moves forward, that perseveres. It's a person that's like, you know what? I see a somewhat, pretty much like clear vision of what I want moving forward from here, or something like that. And or something like that. But moving forward, you're taking hold, you're kind of having that fire under your ass, so to speak. There is a lot of fire here in this middle part. I feel like when you look within, when you decide to move away from situations that no longer serve you, where there is deception and masks and all that stuff, you kind of come into you do come into your personal power. And that's what you discover within yourself. You really discover that deliberate action in your own life, and kind of reflect and notice how you've stayed put for so long, or even a short amount of time. But when you guys are kind of solid on something, you're just really solid. You're just there. I feel like, yeah. I feel like you guys have taken a lot of time to heal yourself, and a lot of time to kind of move past these, I wouldn't say issues, but these cycles in the deception part, because all of us have been through this, right? Right? We've all been deceived in our lives at some point, especially if we have loved people to the depth of a Virgo is able to love. Now on the High Priestess, we have the Hangman and we have the 2 of Wands. So I feel like this is going to be a tug back and forth energy with reaching the High Priestess, like the higher self, kind of staying connected to the higher self and embodying that. Simply because with the Hangman and the 2 of, I don't know if I said swords. Did I say swords? Wands is what I meant. With that, I really feel like there are going to be moments where you're going to get caught in your head, but it's going to be to better reflect on your actions, better to reflect on your choices in breaking cycles. Because you see, with the 2 of Wands, she's caged, she's there. There's There is a what I'm getting here, okay, here she is. And you know you're really self-aware of what cages you, and you're choosing to step out. And it is going to take several times, because I've said this once before. When we go through processes and we go through changes and we heal in a lot of ways from things such as deceit, codependency, pretending everything's okay, ignoring our own problems, it is going to take a constant and genuine look at ourselves and recognizing where we're caged and breaking free. Because now that you're in this state of awareness that you don't deserve this in your life, that you are going to be able to proceed forward and move forward in that sense, okay? And you're willing to do that. And that takes guts. That takes some real discipline, self-love, and reflection and shadow work to constantly be working on yourselves and being like, all right, let's face this bitch, you know, have tea with your shadow side. Leaves are falling, branches are falling, cats are falling. I don't know. I'd be so sad if that really was a cat. But I think that's awesome, you guys. You know, some people may look at this and see it's a negative thing. I'm like, no, 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 no. You guys know what you have to do to work on yourselves, okay? You're not oblivious to it. You're not. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Knight of Pentacles, okay? This is going to be slow. It's going to be steady. It's going to be a process, and you're going to have to constantly be working. Like I said, it's a muscle. Self-love and self-respect, and walking away from this deceitfulness and walking in a sense of authenticity in our lives. It's slow and steady, but before you know it, you're there, and you can handle shit. You can deal with your shit. You don't ignore shit. You refuse to ignore shit. And when you make a new discovery, you're actually like, oh, because you're usually dealing with your shit. So when something new comes up, you're like, man, all right, okay, let's do it. Like, let's just face this. I'm ready. I like growth. Let's do it. So I feel like you guys are headed in such a wonderful direction. You guys, you know, if you are in the place where, sorry, my nose itches when I do readings. Sure, I have a septum in there, but I don't like do this all the time. I do this with or without the septum whenever I'm doing readings. So I feel like if you are in this deception state where it's deception toward yourself and from others, and kind of trying to see it in a way, you guys are super logical, by the way. So if you're trying to see it as, this is my family, these are my friends, this is how I see it. But the reality is, you're putting on a mask to kind of mask that. I feel like masking pain, that just came to me. Masking pain, masking the ability to be able to work on yourself, and, you know, the deception in it, the pain in it. You know, you're trying to cover it up with the thought and the idea of this. Some of you, not all of you, but that's what I'm getting with that. But you are going to come to a place, and if you're not there, you have come to a place of self-reflection. You've come to a place of higher learning. You're standing in your power. You have a fire under your ass, so to speak, where you are ready to move forward and reach this high priestess place. Some of you may already be in this high priestess place and may just need to recognize that this is going to take a regular time, a regular ability to go within yourself and reflect and kind of enlighten yourself, so to speak, and challenge yourself. And friends challenge you too. Friends who love you will challenge you in the best way, not a manipulative way, but a loving way. As well as, you know, you're not caged. You are very self-aware. Good job. Not a whole lot of people can do that. My Virgos are, though. Some of you guys, I swear. The ones in my life. Very self-aware. Holy shit. And they do stuff about it, but it will be slow and steady. So I'm going to start. These just help me get a deeper meaning into the reading. Kind of helps me with, I already pre-shuffled these cards, by the way. Kind of helps me get a bigger picture in case some of you need some extra messages. I will be offering next month For Christmas, especially, I will have some deals where I will have extensions. Like if these readings really resonate with you, you can go ahead and get an extension so we could dive just a little deeper. It won't cost a lot, but I think it'd be fun to do. I wanted to do it from the beginning, but it's going to be hard, you guys. For those of you who are in the place where you're going to have to come to the realization that this hearth and home that you have built or tried to build, this community, this warm environment, and it's not what you think it is going to hurt. It may hurt like hell. And it's natural. It's okay. Embrace it. Trust me, I understand that that's not an easy message to get. If you haven't gotten there yet, maybe you already feel that emotional loss because you know what has to be done for whatever situation that you're in. I understand, but sometimes the heartache is worth going through than an extended amount of time where you feel deceived, unworthy, when things aren't really what you think they are. Instead of waking up one day and feeling it in a deeper sense. Yeah, these line up perfectly, you guys, over each, because of each segment. Emotional withdrawal, yes, coming into yourself. That very much matches this card. It is this card, actually. It's a repeat card. Coming back into yourself, going back into yourself, kind of taking that emotional loss you may feel because this isn't what you thought it was, and now you're coming to the realization that you're probably going to have to do something about it, or you have done something. It is a time to come back to yourself and gain that strength again. When you guys love, you love hard. I love you guys. Yes, you come into that personal power. There we go. I could put it with the high priestess, but it even goes in the middle here with that fire energy right here. With that emotional withdrawal, you find your personal power. You start going for that growth. You start seeing, hey, this isn't happening to me. This is happening for me. Let's get it. Does that make sense? And then you have harmony. Now, this is the Lover's card. You could be dealing with a Gemini. You both are ruled by Mercury. So if you are in a romantic relationship, I can see why. However, I do feel like this is harmony with yourself. This is that, what I'm getting right now is that connection between your inner divine feminine and masculine and finding that balance. Maybe you've been rejecting the feminine for a long time. Maybe you were rejecting the masculine for a long time. And now you're coming into a balanced place with it. That's what I'm getting from this card. It's love for oneself. A lot of people are like, oh, twin flame and shit. Ha ha ha, oh, wow. Oh, lo, 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 lo. Okay, yeah, over the Lover's card, deception. So if you are dealing with a Gemini or you're dealing with a relationship, romance, that's where the deception is coming in. This is a repeat card, you guys. It's real. You're not imagining it. You're not going crazy. You're not making up stories in your head. You guys are extremely logical. You guys are extremely grounded in a lot of things. But when it comes to love, I notice that there can be an imbalance. So understand that you are not deceiving yourself. This is reiterating what you've been thinking. This is that the right word? This is, clarifying what you have been thinking already. Okay? You're not nuts. You're not crazy. Okay? You guys deserve love as much as anybody else, if not more. And I am biased. I'm completely biased. Because two of the people who have helped me grow the most are Virgos. Like, and then there's Leos. There's Leos and Virgos. Woo! Here we go. I mean, there's a Leo right there. Anyway. Yeah. Intuition, the Priestess, repeat cards. How can we? I can't make this up. I'm shuffling shit constantly. High Priestess, hello. This is where you're headed. If you're wondering how this is going to end up, if you're wondering what this means, if you're wondering what the hell is going to happen, you're going to come into your personal power and you're going to be woke as fuck. All right? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You got this, fam. I got you. I'm so proud of you guys for all that you do for others, but also like what you're doing for yourself right now. It's amazing. It's awesome. Yeah. This will manifest into your reality. Okay? You're rebuilding. And what you're building and the seeds you plant right now will come to fruition, or it is already. So I'm going to ask our guides for a little bit more guidance for, just a few extra words of encouragement. It doesn't hurt, right? Just to get that little, like, love nudge. Gracious. So, oh, man. I feel so comfortable with you guys' energy. Too comfortable sometimes. It's ridiculous. So let's see what Spirit has to say. Spirit, what kind of love nudge do you have for us today? I'll probably pull a card here in a minute. I feel like I got to shuffle again. I just feel the need to shuffle again. I wanted to pull from one in the middle. Yes, fam. Wow. Perfect. Oh boy. So we have leap. You go first. The universe will catch you. So if there's something that you need to do, a big decision you need to make, trust. Trust that the universe has you. Trust that you're going to be taken care of, because you are. You're going to be taken care of. You're going to be loved. Everything's going to be all right. Okay? Longing for home, belonging, the original light workers. Virgos are healers. The end. You guys are healers and you give so much of yourself. You are beautiful creatures. That's it. Like, it's just, so if there was a deceitful situation among a lover, friends, I really feel like it's with someone else, that a significant other, just know that your home is where you are. That's the message I'm getting. Your home is where you are, and if you want to belong anywhere, the right people will come to you once you start working on yourself. You'll start attracting some real shit with your real vibe tribe. And where are you being called to journey to? This could be travel. This could mean you moving away from a situation in the literal sense. But I also feel it's like, because I see this priestess card, that's the first thing I thought when I saw it. Words. How do I teach English in the mornings? It's probably because of that I can't speak English in the afternoons and midday. But I feel like you're being called to really ground yourself and focus on yourself and heal yourself so that you can spread that healing to the world as the priestess. Having that wisdom from this situation, gaining that wisdom, knowing this happened for me, not to me, and sharing that with others. Okay? Because that's what you do. You feel like home to other people. Allow yourself to feel at home with yourself. And don't let anybody like screw you over in that, by the way. Boundaries are important. But I don't feel like you guys are at the point. I think you're at the point where you realize what you need to do and how you need to grow. Not getting any more cards, so I believe my lovely, just kidding. And you won't believe what came out. You won't believe it. It's Priestess. Love you guys. Yeah, I don't even know if I should just go ahead and talk about that card. Like, we know, though. That's why I felt like this goes with Priestess and anyway, how are you being called to step up and lead? I believe this is your own life and yourself and helping others, like I said. All right, my beautiful Virgos, that is your mid-month reading. If you do want a personal reading, let me know. There are directions on the website. Please read those. Other than that, I love you guys so much. I do have a series where it's called Tea Time. There are longer videos. You can check that out as well if you want to journal and kind of like journey through like self-help and growth. We just cover a bunch of subjects, even if you're just kind of curious about the subjects. Feel free to check those out. But anyway, I love you, love you, love you, and I will see you later. Bye.